Vanna is an American post-hardcore hardcore punk band from Boston, Massachusetts. History. Early years. The band formed in December 2004 by guitarists Nicholas Lambert and Evan Farmakis. The duo recorded their first demo in Lambert's dorm room at MassArt, using the program Reason for drums. Soon after, they recruited drummer Brandon Davis, bassist Sean Marquis, and vocalist Joe Braggle. They then recorded and self-released their first EP entitled This Will Be Our Little Secret. It was stated by bassist Sean Marquis that only 4 or 5 pressings of 40 copies each were produced. The 5-song EP quickly helped the band gain a strong local fan base. It was this EP that got them noticed to the record companies, and on November 15, 2005 the band was signed to Epitaph Records. Epitaph Records. In March 2006 they released a split 7 inches vinyl with Therefore I Am, of which only 500 hand-numbered copies were pressed. They then began recording their third EP and first release with Epitaph Records. The Search Party Never Came in February 2006. During the recording process, Vanna decided to part ways with original vocalist Joe Braggle. Nick Lambert filled in and took over on vocals for the recording of that album. After the departure of Joe and the release of the record in June 2006, they recruited Chris Priest as a vocalist of the band. After the release of The Search Party Never Came, the band toured for the whole summer and fall, and on October 25, 2006, they traveled to Seattle, Washington to record their first full-length album with producer Matt Bales. They recorded through November 2006 and up until December 19, 2006. In February 2007, after recording the album, the band began touring again with the Esoteric and played a few dates on the 2007 Epitaph Tour. Their first full-length debut album, Curses, was released on April 24, 2007. On February 15, 2008, drummer Brandon Davis played his last show as a member of Vanna and parted ways with the band during a tour with Knives Exchanging Hands and My Hero Is Me. Brandon states that there is no bad blood between anyone and continues to regularly attend Vanna shows. Brandon currently plays guitar in a metalcore band from Boston called Lions and often plays shows with Vanna. The band finished up the tour with fill-in drummer and good friend of the band, Ryan Seaman. As the band began writing their second full-length, they recruited Chris Campbell as the full-time drummer. Chris Campbell joined Vanna from the New Hampshire-based band, the Jonah Vale, where he also played drums. This came during the process of the Jonah Vale ending their band and playing their last show. Chris Campbell played his debut show at the Living Room in Providence, Rhode Island on March 22, 2008. Vanna's next album titled A New Hope was released on March 24, 2009. A New Hope reached number 31 on the Billboard's Heat Seekers chart. In July 2009, vocalist Chris Priest decided to part ways with the band. He's citing personal reasons and left on good terms. Following the band's summer 2009 tour with A Static Lullaby, Priest was replaced by Davey Muse of Seeker Destroyer. Priest played his last show with Vanna at the Mansfield, Massachusetts stop of the 2009 Warped Tour, where Muse was brought to the stage and introduced. Muse played his first official show with Vanna on Saturday, July 25, 2009 at the Palladium in Worcester, MA. They are also known for their series of webisodes, Tough Life, and Band vs. Road. Artery Recordings. In August 2010, Vanna announced their signing to Artery Recordings. Their debut release through the label was an EP titled The Honest Hearts with producer J. Mars, released on October 12, 2010. Vanna released the single Passerby from the EP The Honest Hearts and a re-recording of Trashmouth as well as Dead Language for a Dying Lady with Davey Muse. On January 2, 2011, the band confirmed that they were going to Glow in the Dark Studios to record the new full-length album titled And They Came Bearing Bones with producer Matt Goldman. The album was released on June 21, 2011. On February 2, 2012 it was announced that founding member Evan Farmakis and drummer Chris Campbell had parted ways with the band due to family and financial issues. Evan then formed a solo project, Wind in Sails, while Chris is now a store manager at a PacSun clothing store in Providence, RI. The band has stated that there is no bad blood between members. The band also announced on the same day that they recruited Joel Pastuszak to the band's lineup. Vanna was featured on the Warped Tour 2012. After toured with several fill-in drummers, Vanna finally got the new drummer, Eric Gross, and the band went on to record next album, again with producer Jay Mars, who previously produced their 2010 EP. On March 19, 2013, the band released their new full-length record, The Few and the Far Between, and will be touring in support of the release through 2013 and into 2014. The band promoted and supported their release by made short clips that uploaded via episodes titled The Few and the Far Between, the movie, through their YouTube account from August to October 2013. In November 2013, the band recorded a couple of new songs and announced that they would be self-releasing a 7-inch titled Praying Purging on December 17. Pure Noise Records. In February 2014, it was announced that the band signed with Pure Noise Records as well as participating the Vans Warped Tour that upcoming summer. After signed with Pure Noise Records, the band entered the studio to record the new album with producer Will Putney. On April 18, 2014, the band announced that their fifth album would be titled Void, and would be released on June 16, 2014 through Pure Noise Records. In August it was announced that the band, along with brands Sirens and Sailors, Sila and Alive Like Me, would be supporting Bartooth on their first North America tour throughout October. Band members. Timeline. Discography. Studio albums. EPs. Compilations featured on. References. External links. Official website.